Hi everyone and welcome back to Alessa's Corner. Today I'm sharing my project for Craft Roulette episode 318. And I had fun as usual working with this week's parameters. Let's see what we have. For this week, the parameters were Ardyth square, which is also known as a 4¼ by 4¼ square card. That's Ardyth's, one of Craft Roulette's guests, whose favorite size. The color palette was May Garden. As the element, we had Textile, and 3 layers has the random parameter. For the color palette, May Garden, I immediately thought about soft spring colors, flowers, and layered textures. And I wanted this card to feel calm, delicate, and full of soft seasonal details. Here's what I made. For the base, my project, I created a 4¼ by 4¼ square card, which is Ardyth's favorite size. And I enjoyed working with that square card because it gives you that balanced design and you have the space evenly, evenly squared to repeat it. And you work beautifully for layered composition with that. And I like this one. So to build that card, I used a Sizzix Framelit die set that I had in my stash for a while. And I thought it was perfect to create these stitch squared layers. I also combined several layers of digital papers in soft blues. That's my favorite color, blue. And it has also the cream and muted floral tones to create that gentle Springs Garden palette. One of my favorite things about this card is the layered frame effect, and each layer helps pull your eye toward the center focal image, while also adding, depth and dimension without making the card feel bulky. And for the focal point, I chose this adorable little bluebird perch atop roses. I thought it fit perfectly for the May Garden theme because it gives the card such a peaceful springtime feeling. When I looked at those birds in my backyard, that's what I feel. And to incorporate the textile element, I added this blue gingham ribbon near the bottom. I love how the ribbon instantly adds, softness and texture to a card design. Even though it's a small detail, it really helps tie everything together. And I also added a dimensional flower, this one right there, that also has, some stitching on it with a pearl center for extra texture and visual interest. The flower softens the geometrical layers and adds a playful touch to the overall design. The 3 layers parameter worked naturally with this card because I already had the layered background, the stack floral area, and the dimensional embellishment all working together. And one thing I especially enjoyed about this project was combining my digital papers with dimensional elements. Sometimes, digital papers can feel a little flat on their own, but I added some foam tape in between those layers, and the ribbon and the embellishment that really helps bring them to life. I also like this card because it could work for several occasions. That's the reason I don't have a sentiment on it. It can be a friendship card, a birthday card, a spring greeting, or even a Mother's Day card. So that's it. That's my project for this week. Let me know in the comments which parameter was most challenging for you this week. For me, the textile element took the most thought because I wanted it to feel natural within the design rather than forced. Thank you so much for joining me today and spending a little crafty time here at Alessa's Corner. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with another crafty friend who loves card making and paper crafting. I hope this project inspires you to pull your layered dies, paper patterns, and ribbons and create something beautiful. Until next time, remember, from Alessa's Corner to yours, happy crafting, everybody!